Greetings, everybody. This is Joanna from Heavenly Radiance, Universal Love Light, and the Sacred Corner. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about the power of flow, understanding that you are within the flow, that flow is required for all miracles to unveil and unfold to you, right before your very eyes. It's all about allowing ourselves to release again and detach from the need and from all that was. We are in a profound time of human transition and human transformation, in that all that the ego mind has co-created throughout time, in and through limitation, through such physical matter, if you will, is now being transmuted and transformed and being released. And oftentimes we find our greatest strength within the greatest challenges that we create for ourselves, whether it's individually or through the collective. And right now, we are awakening at a multidimensional level to tune into our quantumness, so that in that tuning in and in that awakening and in that excitement, we're allowing ourselves to flow within greater co-creations. That flow is paramount to the healing process, to the co-creative process, to understanding that spirit is liquid and mutable and malleable. It's a fluid movement of moment for moment, now, love. And so how can we use this and really garner this to really transcend, releasing all rooms within what was? And we've often given this metaphor that creation is the mansions that are eternal and infinite. And depending on where our vibration is, our beliefs are, what limitations we hold within ourselves, what perspectives we hold through those beliefs, will then show us the room of the mansion that we exist within. And allowing ourselves to flow into something new is just a matter of moving from one room to another, quite fluidically, quite beautifully, because that's spirit, that's source creator. Knowing that this beautiful movement of source creator, the malleability of all that is always constantly moving in and around you. Allowing the allness from within, the allness of without, to be your playing field, to be your bedding of co-creation that you garner and you invite forth spirit to live through you. This is the majesty and the mastery that we each hold. We each hold this ability to transmute and alchemically shift the world before our very eyes, as within, so without. And it begins first understanding that we are mechanisms of the honeycomb of creation, the sacred geometry of all that we are. We take this beautiful sacred shape that is found within all life, that is found within the essence of life, and why Source has created these beautiful sacred geometries for us to awaken to and reflect upon. These sacred geometry and shapes, if you can imagine yourself, as I was shown many years ago, that the universal, as the squirrel outside is telling me to get more food. Oh, squirrelies. They were showing me many years ago that what we're moving through at a universal collective, at a universal frequency, is that if we look from the top down, these universes are shaped like honeycombs, and they're all spiraling. And within this spiral, if we're looking at it from the top down, there is infinite number of shapes, the shape of creation. And within each universe, there are light programs that allow the evolutionary of all universes to flow in and out of each other, just as if the micro macro, we are within that experience. We are the honeycombs that are now through the flow of source creator, through the flow of benevolence, through the flow of love and light, because we are living light. These universal experiences of evolution are living light in motion. So as we acknowledge, accept, and allow this profound sacred geometric ignition within us and surrender into it, then we become what the universes have been showing us, is that there are evolutionary light programs in all vibratory experiences, because it's all vibration. The form is illusory. The form is that story that we tell ourselves and we show ourselves for that expression of experience, for that expression of joyful play and co-creation. Still beautiful and still valid. But in these harmonizing universal top-down reflections, we can see that each universe has its vibratory programs and games, if you will. And it's our awareness, our consciousness level, remember, directs all that we're able to co-create. If we are aware that we are profound living light, if we are aware that we are the masters of our bodies, ourselves, all that we are is a master being, then we can allow ourselves to move and be flowing with whatever vibration we're allowing ourselves to honor and garner. We can move within these universal energies because we are within it all. We have omnipresence within all universes. There are the very high vibrating universes, and we say that because we don't have any other words to describe or define what source is at these universal levels. We're showing you what I was shown at the omnipresent frequencies. And within these multi-dimensional, multiverse experiences, there are vibrational programs and light programs. We are moving from the frequencies of density and limitation into a universal program within galaxies within that program, galaxies within that program, although they're probably not called galaxies. They're probably called something else within all of these other realms because they're unique and different. That's why evolution is evolution. What we know to be a universe might not be a universe in this multiverse, might not be in this multiverse. They're expressions of source, and source desires creative flow, creative exploration. So they'll be called and named, and they won't even be called and named, they'll be vibrations. This is where just getting rid of all names altogether, definitions, and just being the flow of source. But we have words because we need to define and describe for ourselves what we're moving through. And so at this omnipresent multiverse experience, we're seeing the flow of evolution based on the light frequency and the love quotient. It's living light, the love quotient of light. And that is the flow and the conversation that is source creator, creators of all that is. And we're constantly in this harmonization and this flow of living light. We are within it all. So as we activate who we are within this program of limitation and density that's being transmuted in every moment through our new awakening beliefs, through our new awakening self-love, our new awakening compassion and forgiveness, releasing like the onion layers of what no longer serves, we're allowing ourselves to constantly move and harmonize and be within a greater flow of vibrational reality, of vibrational potential. This vibrational potential right before your very eyes, because it's oscillating at such a faster pace than it was in 3D, that we can allow ourselves to see the brilliance and the magnificence of what our spirit is now showing us. These are your potentials. What are your choices to move into? And I say this because they're offering me, it's like those screens, those touch screens. And we all have iPads and things like that, and we're being, in the bank, beautiful banking machines. This is a screen that I'm seeing, but there's not a name for it. Well, I guess it is cosmic ordering, if you will. And this beautiful screen is before you, and you see all of these choices pop up. These choices are felt from your heart and your soul, based on your soul's blueprint, based on what we're moving through as a collective, based on your now excitement to co-create. And on this touch screen, you have many different choices. These choices are all related to whatever vibratory experience you're wanting to co-create and experience. You might have one or two of those choices come through because your soul wants that experience to move through. Some choices are from that subtle experience that we're not aware that we're actually creating these things because they're the worries and the fears and the doubts. And those are your choices to say, well, maybe I'm not done with this lesson. I'm going to choose this and create it at a more, substantial level, not just a subtle level. So you have that chance, and their spirits are saying, are you sure you want this? Are you sure you're going to, desire this experience once again? And it's all free will, it's all choice. Or you can choose to say, you know what, I am truly done. I want to live in the flow of being the miracle that I am. I know that I am the miracle of source. And this is why your moment for moment allowance, remember we've been offering lately, is that awakening and enlightenment is allowance. Being the completely surrendered vessel of who you are as source, allowing all of those moments of new recognition. I am the living light. I am the flowing, moving miracle that is the breath of source, source creator, spirit, God. And in this flow, I can choose from this highest point of view that this is now my new moment of flow, my new moment of potentiality. And I'm done with this story. I choose to release this and transmute it in whatever way that I can. I'm asking my teams and my guides and the highest archangels from the violet flame of transmutation to please assist me in transmuting any chords, any frequencies, any memories that are no longer serving me, to transmute it to its highest potentiation. And I release this now in my free will and my sovereign being of light. We choose to release those experiences to be transmuted back into the flow so that that experience can then go play in the universal energies and potentialities that you've now transmuted to the highest potential. And you've cleared that karmic experience, if you will, because it remains karmic until we choose to let it go. And who wants to carry around that karma? We don't need to. We don't have to. We've learned the lesson. It's done. You've taught me to stand on my power. You've taught me to speak my voice. You've taught me to own who I am, and I'm owning it. And that is the power of flow. That is the power to say, I'm done with that. I'm done with it. I choose to claim my divinity. I choose to live within the power of who I am. And I'm going to create something within this new vibration of whatever source offers me. Because through that release, we're then moving through the emotional healing, the mental healing, the physical healing, the etheric healing. And bathing, taking that time, as we've said, daily self-care to bathe the physical body, to bathe the mental, the emotional, to do the journaling and the dream reflection so that you're completely allowing yourself that cycle of transmutation, to own and claim that new vibration of miracle that's in the ethers as you're touching that the creator iPad, if you will, that says these are all your choices of your new reality potential. What do you choose to create from? And from that box of creatorhood, they'll have all of these streams. You know, as I was shown, your sacred relationship from that box of experience. If say you wanted to create you know, a new type of school, a learning center, or a healing center, there will be all of these vibrational threads that will be connected with it, because it's not only your desire for humanity and your earthly experience, it's also many others. And all of those threads of potentiation will now be called and called to you through that flow of your intention, through that flow of your knowingness, through that flow of all that you are as source creator. And why, when you awaken, you know, each day, to do that dream reflection, what is it that I need to know from that dream? It's allowing you to realign to your highest and your best. That's what dreams allow us to do, to heal, to release, to alchemize, to integrate, to process. And this is your day before you. Are you ready to realign to your highest and your best? That's what your spirit and your soul desire of you. The infinite is available to you. You are within the all of that multiverse, that omnipresence. So what do you want to call in? What do you want to, how do you want to magnetize out and call it in? We are then becoming the conscious co-creators of miracles every moment, not just those one-off situations where the universe says, hey, you've worked hard, you know, 10 lifetimes, here you go. It's a moment for moment miracle experience that you can choose to be a part of. And it's from that omnipresent frequency, because we're the all. And we want to allow you, and we want to test you and want to challenge you to go about your day and honor your omnipresence. I am within the all. There is no box. There is no ceiling. There are no walls. I create the miracles from who I am and who I know to be this power of flow, that I am a source. I am the breath of light. I am the breath of love. And I can create all healings. You are the mastery of every cell and every transaction within your body. When the cells reproduce, they reproduce as exactly the way they were in the state through which they come from. And that's the functionality of cells. We are the masters of how our cells function. We are the masters of what we can create within that cell interaction and that engagement, just like this. We can create all transactions in and around this cell if we so desire, to be that master, to be that subtle, that micro, that macro experience. We are this, if we're taking this as the micro of the cell, it's no different that we are this cell of source creator, and source creator is imbuing us with the energies needed so that we awaken and we allow ourselves to enliven all other cells around us. So all other people around us, if you will, because we are the micro, the macro. And within this experience, we're also connected with all of the universes, and how we can see that that experience that they gave me, there is a gift that we created, or a GIF, I don't know how to pronounce it, that we created several years ago about that. They were showing me 3 universes that were moving through this evolutionary, our universe and our planet, obviously, because it's all connected. As we're looking up in the micro macro, our universe is moving through, I'm just going to go to this box that's staring at me. Our universe is moving through, and all universes are moving through an evolutionary shift. We are within the middle of it, the crucible of it. And planet Earth, because of its density, because of where we are held within our universe, is holding great catalytic energies for shifting and for changing. Because remember, every cell that's being imbued with that light is being offered new evolutionary programs, and it's being offered and soothed and massaged with these great ascension energies, with these great awakening energies, and they're filled with codes, light codes, because it's living light. So as we awaken as the cell that we are as source creator, we can choose through free will, because this is the game of our universe, in our planet, if you will, that within this free will, we can choose to play within the enlightenment programs and continue up evolutionary light programs and experiences, or we can choose to play within the limitation and density. And so through these evolutionary movements, we are becoming one within the all that we are, because this cell is connected to all other cells within the omnipresence. just as that pearl necklace. This is the pearl that you are connected with, your soul, your oversoul, oversoul of oversouls, and so on and so on. Omnipresent soul families, if you will. Not only universal, not only multiverse, but omnipresent necklaces of cellular evolution. And so as this takes place, you can truly see, well, wow, this is why my soul has been encouraging me to look and really release this. Oftentimes we don't, because we have so many limiting belief programs through how we have been entrained socially, through our lineage and through our DNA, of the fear of the unknown or control, and those control and fear programs, which is why we're here to transcend them. It's no different than turning the page. You know, as we offered before, it's a beautiful flowing book of Source Creator that we've created. This has been the story that I've played for 10 years. I've written 10 books on this limitation, and now I'm choosing to turn the page. I'm starting new. I'm starting new. I'm choosing to weave miraculous beginnings into my now moment. I'm choosing to stand forth in the power of who I am. I'm claiming my divinity. I'm claiming my divinity. I own the miracle that I am. I call forth the energies of the universe. I call forth the living light that I am, and I'm transmuting every cell. I have that power. I create anew. And in that, I'm garnering all of the soul tribe. I'm garnering all of the opportunities. I'm garnering all of the loving energies to assist me and support me, because those are the energies of living in the flow. I know that I will be supported. I know my miracle will be brought forth, the energy and the matter and the spirit, so that it does come to form. That's your knowingness. I know that I am the flow of the living miracle. You were breathed as the living miracle. So how can anything that you create be other than that? It can't be. But it's been our perspective, it's been our perceptions through our limitation that I am not with Source, that I am separate from Source. Source is somewhere from the heavens that comes down to save you in those moments that you need to know. You are every aspect of the Source in between. It's a flowing liquid breath, and you can choose to be a part of that powerful flow. And whatever that beautiful, loving mechanism within you, that core center, this is your sacred channel, this is your sacred portal. I'm going to be a part of this living flow. I am powerful, and I stand in my light. You claim that, and you watch all that unfolds before you. And then you just sit and be that presence. Because there is always that equal balance. I'm manifesting the miracle of who I am, and I'm going to sit and be present. I will receive the divine feminine. And so this is how we are constantly in this beautiful flowing engagement. It's a beautiful dance. It's a sacred, beautiful dance. And the third book that I wrote was always about this beautiful, this is the top-down experience, that it's you and Source is on every aspect, and you are on every aspect. And it's this beautiful spiraling dance of this beehive. And within this beehive, there are infinite number of fractals. And we say fractals as far as the shape of the honeycomb. And you sit within the very center of it. And as you look around, you are experiencing the reflections that you need to create that experience with Source that you require, that you've written with Source, that you've sung with Source, that you've said, Source, I am this breath of miracle with you. How may we entwined more deeply and more miraculously as one? I see these reflections, but this is what I choose now. And this is why sacred geometry is shown within the codes of who we are, because it allows us to remember at the very highest frequency level. You may not understand it at the conscious level because we're all awakening, but at the highest and most subtle level, you know that there is the breath and the life of Source within all things, and that whether it be a shape or a sound or a color or nature or your soulmate or someone reflecting back to you, there will always be those fractals of experience that will allow you to awaken to the grander story of who you are, so that you can be this constant loving flow of Source Creator within and without, the miracle of flow within and without. And to honor and say, I'm ready to step in this powerful flow of who I am. I'm really ready. I'm letting go. I've transmuted. I'm really ready to step into my power. And opening and honoring and calling in the sacred life of the Holy Mother and the Holy Father, and entwining within you and co-creating it. And being one with the fields of your holy light, being one with your fields of the creatorhood that you are, that you claim. This is my divinity. Yeah, I'm honoring who I am now. I'm here to help. I am here in a profound measure of who I am, and I'm finally claiming it. And I get to claim it. That's my free will. That's what Source has blessed me with. And I honor every journey along the way, because it's allowed me to truly maintain such an emotional depth that I'm able to feel for so many. I'm able to have compassion for so many, and I can offer these wisdoms. I can offer what I've known. I can offer who I am, and have it be another flowing, beautiful co-creation. And they've shown me times that, you know, really have a great creativity. And oftentimes my teams even tell them, get busy. There's so much that you can create. I mean, everything is before us right here. Vibrational, what are we holding? And are you sure you want to hold that vibration? We're given so many opportunities to shift our vibration. What is it that you truly desire? Who do you know yourself to be? Know thyself. I know myself to be pure eternal love. You return to source, because that's what we always will. Through all cycles, if you will, whether it be life, death, and transmutation, it doesn't matter how we call it, we will always return to that which we came. So allow yourself to return to the infinite eternal energies that you are. You are an infinite flowing miracle of source. So how can you garner that and truly co-create with conscious purposefulness? You are purposeful, you are needed, and you are required. And how can you become that powerful flow? And then just sit and allow. Be present with your new vibration. Be present with the new energies. Be present with the new inspirations. And source will say, well, this is your vibration. This is co-creating. Are you sure? Yes, this sounds really exciting. You get that exciting feeling. Yes, this is me. This is me. This is me. Then you move into that next step. And that's we say next step, but it's all now. It's just a matter of, are you aligning with it at your heart? So we're showing you how to align with it, how to align with the flow and the power of source, because you are it, within and without all universes, all omnipresence. Because the you now, as you engage and entangle with this beautiful dance, is connecting with all other omnipresent energies that you're connected with. And then you will open up into that beautiful omnipresent energy through the crown and through all of your chakras, that you'll begin opening up with that omnipresent frequencies that we're all linked to and connected with, because it's the all. You open up as a multidimensional being of omnipresence, and every one of your wisdom and intelligences and your systems that you operate within, because they're far more than what we know. There's far more than, we have so many chakras and we have so many systems of receiving and sending information that it's beyond our understanding. And we're constantly flowing with those sacred geometry shapes that continually to harmonize within us as we vibrate at a higher quotient of light. And these sacred geometries from the honeycomb continue to harmonize and meld with us. And it will always be this harmonizing experience in this sacred flow of creation. And we affect the all. We can't not affect the all. And so allow yourself to play within this beautiful flow. We have great time right now. And just imagine, as you're opening into your honoring of who you are, and opening in today, I'm going to create, I'm going to beautify my life. I'm going to beautify as I step forward, I'm going to beautify those steps. I'm calling in the highest universal energies, the fairies and the pixies and the angels. Please assist me in crystallizing and making these beautiful crystalline paths of grace and of love and of joy and of sacredness. And I'm weaving with God. I'm weaving with source, the holy frequencies. I am weaving my path. I believe in who I am as a miracle. I call in the energies and I have it live through me in this flow of beauty and this flow of grace. I honor all that I am. I honor love and compassion to my path. I receive the grace of God. I receive my perfection. I'm worthy and I'm ready now. I'm ready to accept it. I'm ready to be it. I'm ready to live it. And I anchor these in with Guy because I want her to feel my perfection. I want her to be with me in this perfection. I'm one with her. I'm here to be this aspect of miracle that's working with her and through her, so that we can live as one in this way. And I want to affect and radiate this love to all of creation and have it reflected back to me, because I'll always be given those sacred geometry shapes to see where I'm at vibrationally. And this is how I want to beautify this now. I want to beautify that now. And we have this grace. We are the angels of heaven to create in this way. Make no mistake about it. And we're going to pull a shaman oracle to harmonize with our power of flow. So thank you, dear lighted ones, for tuning in with us today on our daily universal ascension messages. And we have our class May 11th coming up on healing the mental body and understanding the bodies and how to transcend limitation, how to transcend karmic energies. We'll go through an activation and a healing. I'm calling in the vibrational teams and your healing teams as we walk with Source Creator and as we are allowing ourselves to unfold as Source Creator, powerful creator beings in beautiful harmony and grace and benevolence and service to the all and service to who we are as Source. Aligning yourself with the mastery that you have with with your bodies, with your multidimensional allness. You know, and they're showing me that many of you are connecting with your multidimensional allness, but you're not trusting yourselves to listen to the beautiful love and the connections and the songs that are coming to you. So if you're sitting in silent reflection one day and you're hearing and you're sensing things, and then the ego will pop yourself, it will pull yourself out because it says, okay, that's not familiar. That's your spirit and your teams and your allness that is talking with you and singing to you, so trust it. You know, it's the song of source. It's that beautiful flow that we've been telling you about. You can jump in if you want. It's letting the ego and the mind go. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite ones, the shaman of the stars. And this is so perfect. This is what we were talking about. Thank you, spirit. And on the bottom of the deck is the ancestor of skill. Again, mastery. And so this is allowing you to see what we were just talking about, is that you are within the all, and you're calling in all of your omnipresence to be with you in this co-creation, and you're showing others how to do it as well. You come from the stars, your cosmic thread, your DNA is being activated, your mind, your mental, your cells, everything is being transmuted. And in this cosmic shaman experience, you're allowing yourself to see that you have wisdoms far beyond your knowing. You have understandings, you have play, you have co-creative skills, you have healing and mental capabilities far beyond your imagining, and you're calling it in. And it's going to come to you in a myriad of ways. It shows that it's coming in through the mind, through the crown chakra. But just know, because I can feel it, it comes to you, and you're receiving these informations and these wisdoms and these activations and these knowings. Clairaudience, just and clairascensions, just that knowing that you know that something's different today. You're feeling the ground beneath you, and it's flowing faster, and it's flowing more smoothly, and you don't necessarily have to prepare your day. You just move and be open and honoring of it. Then all of this becomes this beautiful flow from the stars. We say stars because that's our most closest understanding to our universal belonging. We're opening into our universal belonging. We belong with our universe. Planet Earth is a part of our galaxy that has been separated. We're now coming into our belonging, our family. We're being brought home. It's kind of like the child that's coming back into the family, and that sacred child has been Earth calling out for so long to awaken to the sacredness of that is life, the sacredness of who we belong to and who we truly are, and how we can bring our children up to these new sacred ancient wisdom teachings, and we can become the oracles of light, every one of us, and begin allowing the children to hear these sacred stories of truth, the truth of our eternal infinite sacredness and our threading within all things omnipresence. These children will get it. These children will activate their wisdoms, and they will come forward in their mastery that they are, and they will enliven us. We are certainly not the masters over or beyond any children. They are the masters here to teach us and show us. So allow them this honor, allow them this platform, allow them the gratitude that we didn't have. And we are from the stars, all realms, all omnipresence, all universes. So thank you, dear lighted ones. And we thank you for this daily ascension message. And thank you to the heavenlies, councils and the beings of light that assist us with our healings. And if at any moment you need a healing, just open up from your heart and intend. I intend myself to be healed from this density and from this issue that no longer serves me, and I release it to the heavens for transmutation. And I call in the heavenly masters to assist me in recognizing myself and activating myself deeper in love, so that I may walk as the love that I am, the commitment that I am, as devotional love and service to the all. And walking as this, intending this, and knowing that you are this, even in those challenging moments, you'll be moving through the flow of transition and change. And you'll be held and you'll be lifted, just as our article. Thank you, Mario. We've got it saved on our Universal Love Light YouTube channel, so please feel free. Our article that was posted this morning, and you'll be lifted and you'll be guided miraculously, because you're a part of that powerful flow. And we thank you, dear little ones. Namaste. Go with the flow.